In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to perform red team operations on a virtual machine called Stapler. So this you can find in vulnhub.com. Let me open up my browser and search for vulnhub.com. Let's search for vulnhub.com, and in vulnhub.com, let's search for a virtual machine called Stapler, and click on this link and click on the download mirror link, and your zip file will be downloaded. Once you find the zip file, open up your files and go to downloads and extract your zip file. So let's search for Stapler and unzip your zip file. I have already unzipped it, and yeah, you need to extract it and open up zip file, and you will find the .ovf file, stapler.ovf file, which you can directly import. So go to file, import applets. So that is my Oracle VirtualBox which is running, and go to downloads, open Stapler, and click on the OVF file and click on open. So you can see all the configuration and change the name of the virtual machine to Stapler, and let the others be default, and select the generate new MAC address option and click on finish, and go to let the appliance get imported. Let's wait for a while. We can go to stapler stapler directory, and the appliance is imported, and go to settings, right click on that and click on settings and change the network settings. Select a bridged adapter and select promiscuous mode allow all, and click on OK and click on start. So this will boot up the virtual machine Stapler, and you can see the virtual machine on the right side. And what we can do is we can check our IP address, which is if config. We can see that on the Ethernet interface 1, we can find our IP address, which is 172.20.10.5, as well as we can find the subnet mask. And what we can do is essentially we can do an Nmap scan with with just host discovery and no port scan to check all the to discover all the hosts. So let's do nmap-sn -t5 and 172.20.10 0/28, which is our subnet mask, and let's click enter. So we find three IP addresses which are up, which is 172.20.10.2, which is the IP address for Stapler machine. That is 10.1 is our gateway and 5 is my machine. And let's do a Nmap scan on this. Let's do basic port scan. So let's check what is happening here. And so we are doing -p- to scan all the 65,535 ports, and -- open to check only the open ports. Min rate of 4,000 to keep it fast, and -on to save it in Nmap format, and we name the file as stapler openports.nmap. So I've already run this file, so let me display that file instead of running. So I'll concatenate the contents of that, which is cat stapler open ports.nmap, and we can see all these ports are open, which is FTP, SSH, DNS, HTTP, SMB, and 666 port is open, 3306 which is MySQL is open, and 12380 of unknown service. So to further enumerate, let's do an nmap scan with stealthy scan. So dash ss or a syn scan, and dash sp for enumerating the service versions on each of these ports, and specifying the ports which are 21, 22, and 80. uh, let's clear this and let's check what is the exact ports which are open. So now let's do nmap dash ss stealth scan, and dash sv service version, and dash p. Let's specify the ports 21, 22, 53, 80, and 139, and 666, 3306, and 12380. And let's specify our the output in all format as stapler.nmap, and let's give our target which is 172.20.10.2, and let's hit enter. So I've run this commands as well, and uh, I can get the contents of the output of this command. So let's clear the screen, and let's do cat stapler.nmap nmap, 2 times nmap, right? If I can type nmap, and yeah, so you can see the service as well as the service version now, and you can get a detailed description of what the service version is all about. We found port 21 open, which is FTP. We are running VS, the box is running VS FTPD 2.0.8, and we are particularly interested in this port, which is the SMB port, or the NetBIOS port. So the Samba or SMBD uh, 3.x is running, 3.x to 4.x is running, is what the nmap scan is telling us. So that might be vulnerable to any of the exploits. Uh, so now what we do is we go to nmap and we do smb os discovery.nsc. We run that particular script to discover the SMB version as well as the OS version of the particular Windows machine which is installed. And we find the Windows 6.1, which might be vulnerable to any of the pre-existing exploits. So we copy this and we fire up our browser, and we search for the particular exploit, and we search for the exploit in Rapid7 website, and we click on the first link. So that is from Rapid7, which is Metasploit, which are the creators and the maintainers of Metasploit framework. And you can see the particular version, which is of the Samba, which is vulnerable. So 4.3.9, yes, it is comes under this exploit. And let's copy this exploit, which is exploit Linux Samba is known pipe name. So these are the instructions how to run the particular exploit. And let's copy this and fire up our Metasploit console, MSF console. Metasploit framework console, and let's wait for some time. And let's clear the screen and let's copy the particular exploit. Let's wait for some time till the module loads, and the module is loaded. And now let's view our options by selecting options, or let's do show targets first. And automatic interact is fine. And let's do show options or just options. And we can see the options, right? So we can set our host, our port, which is required, and let's do set our host 172.20.10.2, and let's set our port as 139 because that is the vulnerable port. So, and let's do options. We have set everything which is required. So required, if the required is yes, then we have to uh, mandatorily set the particular option, and let's do run, and we get a shell. So the interactive payload was loaded and found shell, and session 1 is open and we got a shell. Let's do ID. Yes, we got the root shell, and let's do who am I, and we got root, and let's do if config to check our IP address whether it's the correct box. So 172.20.10.2, and we got the shell. So let's do /bin/bash-i to get interactive bash shell. And I don't think we got an interactive bash shell, right? So we need to migrate our shell. Let's go to Pentest Monkey. Let's open up a new tab and search for Pentest Monkey. So Pentest Monkey is essentially the website which has all the particular reverse shell cheat sheet. And let's click on cheat sheets, and let's click on reverse shell cheat sheets, and let's copy this Python shell reverse shell cheat sheet, and triple click to copy, select and control C to copy, and let's paste it. Let's check whether Python is installed or not. Let's do which Python, and we get user bin Python, and let's paste the. Oh, before that, we need to change the IP address as well as the port. About session no, and let's do ID. Let's background this session, and let's run the exploit again, and we'll get a shell again. And what we need to do is we need to edit the IP address as well as the port in the particular reverse shell. Let's paste it here, or let's paste it in uh, text editor like Nano. I don't think it's visible here. Let's open up a terminal, a new terminal, and let's open up a new terminal, and let's do nano uh, del, and let's paste it, and let's change our IP address as well as port to 172.20.10.5, 5, which is our IP address, and let's change the port as well to 4444, and let's save it. And let's do cattle, and we need it to be a bash shell instead of sh shell, so let's do nanodel, and we change it to a bash shell, and we do cattle, and we copy this particular uh, reverse shell command, and we paste it. Before that, we need to start our netcat listener on port 4444, and we need to paste that and hit enter. So we got a shell. So we got to connect back, and let's upgrade this shell. Uh, let's use Python -c. So the command is Python -c import pty bin bash. This is the syntax. Pti.spawn and then brackets open /bin/bash. And let's close the quotes, and let's close the quotes again. Let's hit enter. And there's a syntax error because of the single quotes being closed early on. And let's make that as double quote. Let's do Python -c. I don't think we can copy this. Let's do Python -c. Python -c and double quotes. So let's do import pty and semicolon pty.spawn, and let's do single quotes /bin/bash. Let's close single quotes, and let's close the double quotes as well and hit enter. So this time it ran, and let's do Control Z to background the session, and let's do stdy raw-echo foreground to bring it to the foreground, and let's hit on reset. Let's type in reset, and terminal type tty, no sorry, screen. So we got screen, and we do export term is equal to xterm, so that we get Control L and previous command and next command as well. And let's get screen, and let's type in cd // move to the previous directory, and let's do cd/root, and let's do ls. So we got the flag, so cat flag.txt, and this is the particular flag for that particular virtual machine, which is stapler. And now what we can do is we can do a persistence method where we create a local user account. So to do that, we can do user add -m-s-m to create a home directory, -s to specify the shell, which is /bin/bash, and we give the name as we can give whatever name we want. We can give FTP, we can give SSH. It's better to create something which is already exists, which user, I mean, not already exists, the user which doesn't look suspicious. I don't think shadow is the one. We can do daemon, and we can give sysdaemon, and yeah, I think sysdaemon would look like a legitimate user. And let's do user mod -ag to add it to the group of sudoers, -ag, and let's do sudo, and let's do sysdaemon, and let's hit enter, and let's do passwd to give a password to the sysdaemon user, and let's do sysdaemon, and let's give a simple password such as password, and let's retype the password as password itself, and password updated successfully. Now we can check our HC passability file, which is cat HC passability file. And let's look for particularly systemon. So let's grep for systemon. Let's search for systemon and get systemon as user. Now we can go to another shell, another terminal, and we can log in as systemon. So let's do SSH systemon at 172.20.10.2, and let's hit enter and let's type in the password, which is password, and we're logged in as systemon. And let's do sudo -l to see the sudo visible privileges. Let's type in the password again, and it specifies all. So this is a misconfiguration in Linux. So let's do sudo su-root to log in as root. Yeah, let's do a sudo su hyphen and root, and let's hit enter and let's do id, or let's do mi. We get root, and let's do if config to check the box IP address, and let's do ls, and let's do cat flag.txt so that it is accessible by the root user, and we get the flag. So these were all the particular things which I did. First, I found an Nmap scan and found port 139 running, and then I abused that SMB version to get access to the shell as root, and then maintained persistence by creating a user called systemon. And that's it, I guess, from initial access privilege escalation till persistence. So thank you.